This is the start of the 4x400m relay at the Penn Relays, America's oldest relay carnival held every year at the University of Pennsylvania's Franklin Field. Franklin Field is also America's oldest stadium for football, but we're not talking about football today. Instead, our focus is on the configuration of the track and the most quintessential of endings at a track meet, the 4x400m relay. When you watch the start of the 4x400m relay at the Olympic Games, this is what you'll see. Athletes start the race from the starting block in a staggered formation. Unlike the 100-meter dash, athletes aren't positioned on the track in a straight line. Instead, each lane has its own starting position, ensuring that each athlete covers the same distance on the lap around. The main thing to remember is that on standard tracks, Lane 1 is 400 meters in distance, and the outer lanes become progressively longer because athletes are running around a bigger oval. Franklin Field, however, is not a standard track. Athletes in lanes 1, 2, and 3 start the relay behind the finish line. Notice that the athlete in lane 4 is starting the relay at the same point as an athlete would in lane 1 on a standard track, just like the ones used at the Olympic Games. At Franklin Field, lanes 1, 2, and 3, separated by the metal barrier, measures less than 400 meters, and the true 400-meter lane is lane 4. So how did we get there? This is a story about success and tradition. Since 1895, the University of Pennsylvania has been hosting the Penn Relays at Franklin Field. Since then, it has only been an upward trajectory. As the Penn Relays grew in stature, the number of competitors also grew. But to understand a track where some lanes are less than 400 meters and the actual 400-meter lane is lane 4 and not lane 1, you have to go back to 1951 and to a guy by the name of John Kenneth Doherty. Doherty was a 1928 Olympic medalist, a coach, sports administrator, but most importantly, he was the director of the Penn Relays from 1951 to 1969. During his tenure, Doherty urged the university to make the Penn Relays more of a spectacle that would elevate the relay carnival and attract people worldwide. In many ways, he had a vision of expansion, and to actualize this vision, the Franklin Field track was widened. It is the widening of the track in 1951 that causes this unorthodox configuration. Normally, when you add lanes to a track, you go outside the existing lanes, but this was not possible at Franklin Field. As you can see, there's a brick wall that separates the track from the stands, and because of the history of Franklin Field, moving the wall or the stands was not an option, and that meant new lanes were built inside the existing lanes. These new inside lanes fell short of the required 400 meters, requiring unusual staggers to be installed in order for everyone to complete equal distance. The structure of the 4x4 poses an additional challenge for athletes when they run at the Penn Relays. This is most evident on the exchanges between the first and second leg. Remember, the 4x400-meter relay has a team of 4 runners, each covering an equal distance of 400 meters. This requires the entire first leg to be run in staggered lanes. A 3-turn stagger defines the 4x400-meter relay before athletes can cut inside to get to lane 1 after the first exchange. On most tracks, cones or some other marker help the athletes to see when they can initiate the process known as a cut-in. It's logical to move towards lane 1 because staying in lanes to the outside of lane 1 causes athletes to cover more distance. And who wants to give away that advantage when the objective is to win? At the Penn Relays, this process is confusing to the eyes. You see one set of athletes cutting in and another set moving outward. Instead of making a straight line to lane 1, like on standard tracks, athletes go toward lane 4 since that's the 400-meter lane on the Franklin Field track. So after running 100 meters on the second leg, athletes in lanes 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5 cut into lane 4, and athletes in lanes 1, 2, and 3 go outward to lane 4. The next time you watch the Penn Relays, look for how athletes merge towards lane 4 on the second leg of the 4x400m relays. In many ways, a configuration of this nature is unnecessary with modern engineering and certainly with the resources that the university has to rebuild the stadium. Sometimes, if you want to keep a connection to the past, you just have to do that. Keep things from the past. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.